落ちた強豪飛べないカラス
What's up YouTube, it's BLACKWING here, and today I finally want to show you my BLACKWING deck profile on Master Duel. And sorry that it took me this long to create this video and showing it to you guys, because I'm being just hard focusing on the TCG BLACKWINGs right now, because they got new support that is also coming to Master Duel someday. So then I have better kind of understanding also to what to provide to you. So I'm kind of worked in the future in Master Duel and working on the new BLACKWING support that is not yet on Master Duel. So yeah, actually I've been playing this deck now for like a couple of weeks I think, and I went all the way from like scratch, you know, all the way from that beginner mode to Platinum 3 with only one loss, and that one loss was just like really bricky hand. So this deck definitely still performs, so that's really nice to see. So yeah, and from Platinum 3 forward, you know, to Diamond, I think it's like super manageable with the deck. So yeah, let's jump to the deck and the cards. So we play one driver, you just need it because you play Gammas, so yeah, that's it. Then we play one Orochi. You also definitely need that one Orochi, because you can, if you open up with like low attack BLACKWING monsters, you can always search it, so that's nice. Then we have the Gammas, and Gamma is just an amazing hand trap against Ash Blossoms, against Maxi, and if you activate your Simoon and they have an Omni negate, you know, and they start to negate Simoon, you can just play Gamma and play through that as well, so that's really nice. Then we have two Harmadans, and two is enough because you don't really want to see this too much, because it's a level 2, you want to like maximize your level 4 guys, because the 4 level guys can go for XYZs, so that's why only two Harmadans. Then only one Gale. Usually you don't need this card as well that much, but it's a really nice kind of extender, so yeah. Then we still play the Phantom Knight Silent Boots here in this deck, and it's obviously to dump with Rusty to the graveyard to be able to access the rank up spells in our deck. Then we have three Ash Blossoms, and Ash Blossoms is just honestly the best hand trap in Master Duel pretty much, because it just negates Maxi and you know, every card your opponent might play that would search something, so that's really nice. Then we play three Boras, and Boras is just here for like special summon, and he's also a level 4 BLACKWING, so that's really nice. Then we have three Sepiroses, and Sepiros usually you want to you want to discard it with Simoon, but Sepiros plus any BLACKWING or Wingy Beast you can special summon is the combo also by itself, so that's really nice. Then we have three Chris the Crack of Dawn, and he's just, you know, pretty much the same as Bora, so a level 4 monster you can special summon, so that's all there is to him. Then we have Auster, and Auster, only one Auster, because you don't want to clog up on too many normal summon monsters, so one is enough, and usually you want to search Auster when you summon Simoon with the first Whirlwind to special summon back the BLACKWING you just banished. Then we have one Raider's Wing, and Raider's Wing is usually there to also dump with Rusty, for example, if you drew your Phantom Knight Silent Boot, so you can still go for the combo. And you know, if you have some kind of XYZ play, you can still special summon him from the hand, even if you draw him, or you can small world him away, so it's not that bad of a brick that people maybe think it is. Then we have one Strangulanius, and this is usually a card you want to search with Force Tricks and special summon and make from Strangulanius, and for Vice Tricks you want to make Rusty Bardiche. You can also in certain situations special summon Strangulanius with Arsenal Falco, and then special summon back the Raider's Wing from the graveyard if you have already used it, so that's nice, or if it's already in the graveyard. Then we have three Simoons, and Simoon is basically the starter of the deck. You always want to try to get to Simoon in any way possible, and it just, yeah, Simoon plus any BLACKWING is the whole Kali Yuga combo, so that's really nice. Then we have one Destrudo, and Destrudo is here basically just for Small World. So with Small World you need something to work as a bridge, and Destrudo is the card we're using here. So basically if you open up with Small World and you have, you know, any almost any card in your deck, like any monsters, you can have, you know, Harmadan, you can have Sepiros, you can have Gamma, even Gamma, because Gamma and Destrudo have similar kind of stats, so you can use Destrudo as a bridge if you have Gamma in your hand and end up on a Simoon. Then we only have one pot of prosperity, and one pot of prosperity is, you know, you really need the pot of prosperity. I would like this card to maybe come back to 2 or something, a little bit, you know, getting the consistency up in this deck, because right now I'm not saying it's struggling, but you sometimes you get those hands where it's like if your opponent has a single hand trap, they just like shut you off, and that's not so nice. So yeah, with Pot of Prosperity you obviously get a lot more into Simoon or Small World, and Small World gets you into Simoon. So yeah, one Pot of Prosperity. Then we have 3 Small Worlds, and as I just a little bit discussed earlier, so basically with Small World you can reveal any Blackwing monster or Gamma, and then you banish face down Destruder from the deck, and then you can end up on Simoon, which is really nice. So then you get your starter and you can start playing. Yeah. And then for the next card we have Black Whirlwind, and yeah, I usually just want to play 2 in this version of the deck, just because you don't want to draw into like spells too much, because you have your Simoon doesn't work with spells, your Small World doesn't work with spells. Yeah, so 2 Black Whirlwinds I think is the perfect number for this deck, even though it might sound a little bit strange. Then we have the 1 rank up card, and this just enables Kali Yuga. Then we have 2 Cultblood Graves, obviously really good card when going first, and also okay-ish when going second, depending on what deck you're playing against. And the new addition to this deck is Forbidden Droplet. So my idea here was that basically if I kind of clog a little bit or brick or whatever, I might have cards that are actually kind of good in the graveyard, or you know, it doesn't matter if they go to graveyard. So for example, if Destruder goes to graveyard, I send with Forbidden Droplet Destruder to the graveyard. I can still use Destrudo and, you know, special summon him back. If I send, you know, Silent Boots to the graveyard, I can still banish him and says for example Shade Brigade. And for example, if I draw into Driver, I can still, you know, get to the graveyard and my Gammas are still alive. So Forbidden Droplet is not only really good when breaking boards, because that's what it's usually meant for, but I also use it in a way where if I go for combo and I get interrupted, I can just set Forbidden Droplet and, you know, interrupt their, you know, most like valuable card that would make them go off. So maybe they cannot go off if I droplet that, and then, you know, we're kind of in a grind game state. So that's what Forbidden Droplet is here about. Because obviously if I would have like Pot of Prosperities, I would probably change droplets for Pot of Prosperities and so on, but yeah, Forbidden Droplet is really nice breaking board, so that's also like good to know, or I really have been liking Droplet. Then we have Rank Up Force, and this is basically just here for ranking up into Arsenal Falco, and then we have the 1 Shade Brigade. For the extra deck, we play 1 Omega, and Omega is here obviously just for the drivers. Driver and Gamma, I mean. And then we have Porreload Savage Dragon, which is here just to make that Omni negate. Usually when you go for the combo, you have Vistrix in the graveyard, and then you can go for the combo. Then we have Blackwing Full Armor Master, and he's just really good against some decks, like he's an auto win, for example, against like almost against Runic, he's almost like an auto win because they cannot go to battle phase and so on, so the only way they can win you is by milling you. So yeah, and for example Flu Wanderers didn't play an out for this, and yeah. Then we have 4 Strix needed for the combo, then we have 1 Time Thief Reader, really nice card as well, you know, that it can actually, if it has a trap attached, for example Shade Brigade, you can place 1 face-up card your opponent goes to the top of the deck, it doesn't target, so that's really huge. Then we have 1 Gagaga Magician, and it's needed for the combo, and 1 new addition to the deck is Raider's Wing. And Raider's Wing and, you know, obviously Arc Rebellion XYZ Dragon are really good cards with Forbidden Droplet, because if you go second, you can just droplet your opponent's whole field, and then you can just kind of cheat out an easy victory with Raider's Wing and Arc Rebellion XYZ Dragon. Obviously it depends a little bit on what deck you're playing against, but for example Despia, I've won like multiple games that I don't think I should have been winning with just Forbidden Droplet and Raider's Wing. So that's really nice. And also one thing to make or to think about is that we don't play Avramax, but you can essentially almost make an Avramax with the deck, because if you have Raider's Knight and you have Raider's Wing attached to it, then Raider's Knight cannot be targeted, and then if you rank up into Arc Rebellion XYZ Dragon, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. So it's almost destroyed at all. So it's almost like an Aeromax because it cannot be targeted and it cannot be destroyed. So the only way you can destroy it is by attacking over it or you know, bounce it. But how are you gonna attack over Arc Rebellion Dragon if it's like 8,000 or 10,000? You know, it's really hard. So that's nice. Then we have one Arsenal Falco, and Arsenal Falco is here for the combo, and the boss monster King Kaliuga, which basically skips your opponent's turn, and usually your opponent just surrenders when you drop this card. Then we have one Ultimate Falco, and Ultimate Falco is also easily accessible, and sometimes if it seems that they can actually get rid of your Arc Rebellion Dragon, then you can just use the rank up Magic Force and jump into an Ultimate Falcon, rank up into a full Ultimate Falcon, and that's usually enough to seal the game. And then we have one Wystrix, one Gloomy, and Gloomy is really nice because you can make it from 2 cards, and then you can basically Monster Reborn your opponent's monster from the graveyard and make an easy Nightmare Unicorn and get rid of some kind of monster that is problematic for you. And then we have one Phantom Knight's Rusty Bardiche for the last card that also kind of ties the deck together with the rank up cards and so on. So guys, I hope you liked this deck profile, and again, sorry that it took me this long to kind of create this, but I've been kind of already working for the Blackwing community and also for you because the new Blackwing support is coming to Master Duel hopefully soon, so we can all enjoy the new cards as the Blackwing community. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any comments, please post them in the comment section below. Really grateful for all my members that have been supporting me for this long. It's soon 1 year that I have been kind of having the membership thing open, so thank you for everybody. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.
それでも一人じゃなくなったあいつは強いよ。